No one is exempt to feeling threatened, but the experience can be stronger for male sigmas. Not because they are weak, but because they are so accustomed to being in charge, their minds are constantly racing to determine the best approach to handle a situation. They continually evaluate and reevaluate their options in search of any potential benefit. This is a natural component of their thought process, which may be both a strength and a weakness. On the one hand, it permits them to quickly adjust to new situations and find the optimal response. When people feel threatened, though, it can lead to uncertainty and paralysis. Obviously, not all Sigma males will behave the same way when they feel threatened, but many of them will exhibit certain similar characteristics. They are quick-witted and typically have a contingency plan for any situation. This will allow them the necessary time to examine the situation and determine the best course of action. When feeling threatened, they are also inclined to become more reclusive and less social, because they are attempting to reduce their exposure to potential risk. The Sigma guys are also exceptionally adept at reading people and comprehending their motivations. This allows them to rapidly determine which individuals pose a threat and which do not. They are constantly seeking an edge. They can attempt to gain the upper hand by engaging their opponents in mental games. But we'll discuss that in a moment. Here are 8 actions a male Sigma will take when feeling threatened. Number 1. They will first attempt to determine the source of the threat. When a male Sigma feels threatened, he will immediately determine the source of the danger. He will want to know if it's because of something he did or said, or if it's beyond his control. This knowledge is crucial for him to have so that he can choose the most effective response to the threat. Not only will he want to know the source of the threat, but he will also want to know whether the threat is real or merely perceived. This is due to the fact that Sigma males are adept at discriminating between the two. If the threat is real, they will take it much more seriously since they will need to take action to protect themselves. If the threat is merely perceived, people are more likely to disregard it, as they are aware the threat is not real. Number 2. Evaluate the situation to determine whether it is worth fighting for. Once the Sigma male has determined the source of the threat, he will consider whether or not it is worthwhile to engage in combat. This is crucial since Sigma men dislike wasting time on activities that are not worthwhile. If they conclude that the situation is not worth fighting for, they will go on and forget about it immediately. If they determine that the situation is worth fighting for, they will devote their entire effort to victory. This is because Sigma males are very competitive and abhor defeat. Number 3. Determine the appropriate response to the threat. The Sigma agent will determine a response to the threat after evaluating the scenario. This is a situation in which their fast thinking and ability to think on their feet are useful. The Sigma guys are adept at making swift decisions, even under pressure. Typically, they have a contingency plan for any conceivable scenario, allowing them to respond swiftly and efficiently. They are also unafraid of taking chances, which can lead to impulsive decision-making. However, these choices are typically well considered and measured. Therefore, they rarely fail. Number 4. Withdraw from the circumstance. If they consider it too risky. If the Sigma male evaluates the situation and determines that it is too risky, they will immediately withdraw. This is due to the fact that they are unwilling to take unneeded risks. They would rather be cautious than regretful. Consequently, they will err on the side of caution. This does not indicate they are cowardly. It simply indicates they are intelligent enough to know when to back off. The ability to escape a perilous situation is a sign of strength, not weakness. You have nothing to prove to anyone, and you're not a chicken. If you opt to walk away, you are likely far more intelligent than the individual seeking to start a fight. Number 5. Use mind games to obtain the upper hand over your opponents. If the male Sigma decides to stay and fight, they will attempt to gain the upper hand through psychological warfare. Sigma men are skilled at reading people, so they know how to manipulate them to achieve their goals. They are also exceptionally skilled at manipulating others and employing reverse psychology. This enables them to exert control over the situation and convert it to their favor. They do not do so. If they do not believe they have a chance to win, they will employ every strategy in the book to achieve victory. Sigma males take advantage of their brilliance and fast thinking. They are always one step ahead of their opponents and are not hesitant to engage in mind games when they feel threatened. Number 6. Use their wit and sense of humor to diffuse the situation. In order to gain the upper hand, they also employ their wit and wit. This is due to their ability to ease tense situations with well-timed humor. Males of the Sigma fraternity are extremely intelligent and possess a keen sense of humor. They take advantage of the situation by making light of it and dissipating the stress. This typically catches their adversaries off guard and gives them the advantage. This won't always work, but it is an excellent strategy to employ. It is also a smart way to avoid conflict and earn the respect of your opponents. If they observe that you are unafraid to make fun of yourself, they will typically retreat. Number 7. Use their observational abilities to determine the strengths and flaws of others. Additionally, Sigma males are keen observers. They are always observing people and attempting to determine their strengths and flaws. This helps them to identify and exploit their weaknesses. They are adept at interpreting body language, so that kids can detect whether someone is lying or hiding. This enables them to perceive people's actual intentions and see past their facades. They only do this when they feel threatened, giving the impression that they are always on the defensive, when in fact they are simply attempting to defend themselves from injury. Number 8. They will attempt to intimidate the individual who threatens them. This is a highly successful strategy that typically results in the individual backing down. Obviously, this strategy only works if you are truly intimidating. There are several ways to accomplish this, but the most crucial aspect is your demeanor. You must project confidence and command a commanding presence. This will make the person reconsider interfering with you. Sigma guys often have no difficulty with this since they are highly self-assured and confident. They are very careful about what they say and do because they are aware of the power of words. Not only does this terrify their opponents, but it also earns their respect. This is typically the last choice, as it can frequently aggravate the issue. You must be really cautious about how you use it, and you must only do it if you are certain you can manage the repercussions. A Sigma guy will never initiate a fight but will not hesitate to end it.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.